Welcome to Gainesville, Florida. It's hot, it's humid, just like the Gators like it, and the reason they call this place the Swamp is we are ready for the Florida home opener. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buffaloes have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They go to the ground. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks. Guys, let's chat about Florida. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. Snagged out of the air. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
He's got it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Florida 7, Colorado 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to throw, it's Reed. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Grab near the marker. It's Miller. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Miller.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayden. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Hey, make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
And the Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God to this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Toss sweep right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. On the run, it's Webb. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Looking deep down the right side. Gets it inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass, it's Reed. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Colorado. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas State has the lead right now. San Marcos has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over North Texas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. There he goes. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big gain on the designed quarterback run. Nice to have a guy that can get you out of trouble, whether by design or improvisation, like Anthony Richardson did against Utah in 22.
Yeah, it just makes you a much better coach when you got guys that can scramble around and buy time. And look at Florida's teams, the most recent success going back to Tim Tebow, a guy that gets you extra possessions, extra first downs, and makes that big play at the quarterback spot.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Wimsatt. They're setting up the screen. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip?
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's Reed. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And there was nowhere to go just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got an open man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision reading the coverage.
Well, they blocked the extra point. He's got a chance to take this one back. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
There's the pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability.
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. That's reeled in, it's Webb. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gives it on the option. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Caught near the sticks. It's Coleman. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Slides away. Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Running it to the right. Turning it on. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buffaloes. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Number 7.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
From the gun. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
And that's a sneaky big two-point conversion right there by this offense. Like, cutting the lead now. They're only down by 3. I think this is big because you put some game pressure now on the other side of the football. This offense now knows they have to come out here, score some points, or this could get interesting.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Will take over. First and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll give it to the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Throwing right. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. The what a play there to pick up the first down. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in '07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you learn how to deploy them in all kinds of different ways. If I'm Florida, continue to find ways to find that guy.
Breaks him to the open. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gators! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Miller. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hayden, and he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buffaloes are on the move. To the air, it's Reed. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on second down. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding.
Touchdown, Colorado! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Number 18 with the carry.
PAT unit on the field.
Power for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. They march 78 yards down the field. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Finding an escape route. Makes one man miss. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
At the 26.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To throw, it's Reed. Here's a heat. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, we always talk about the importance on defensive tackling. This secondary, they're going to have to really play with great effort and do a better job tackling these wideouts.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Snaps it in the shotgun. Grabbed behind the line. It's Miller. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Colorado, 28.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. Touchdown, Bucks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth.
That makes the score Colorado 35, Florida 31.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
First and 7.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third down, he drops to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Buffaloes! The defense putting points on the board. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Southern Miss put together a very impressive showing in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the Eagles in some time. Heck of a showing by the boys from Hattiesburg. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Gators can really attack on this second and short. To the air, it's Wimsatt. Dumps it off in the flats. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. Fires one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
So after the touchdown, they'll try to use this 2-point conversion and get this game to within a field goal. He wants to throw it. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good if it stands. There is a penalty marker on the play. Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They call PI on the offense this time. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? Quick handoff. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. This crowd unhinged, trying to make From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. Unleashes one. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed. That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. On the ground, it's Webb. Shakes off the defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And here's the thing, strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. And I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play call.
And the Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Wimsatt. Pocket breaking down. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. After the filthy move, he's got room. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the fourth quarter. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
Finds us back in the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on first and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. From the gun, the running back has it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Wants to throw. It's Wimsatt. Touchdown, Gator! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. DBs will try to keep everything in front. He's looking to throw. Rushes on him. Here's a throw downfield late. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses, and man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Paul.